Hey everyone, I'm doing my review of Young Justice Season 2, Episode 13, The Fix. Though I honestly thought it was just called Fix for a while. Anyway, so this is another episode that I thought was really good, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because what they're focusing on I'm liking better, but I'm just really starting to like the episodes more and more. Though technically it's only been 2 episodes, so I can't judge yet. Alright. So the episode starts off with Tigress, Artemis, and she's kind of contemplating, and it's very much a, how did everything get so bad so fast? So she's basically trying to figure out where it all went wrong, and she's thinking about herself, she's reflecting on how she's changed, and she's very much like trying not to lose herself, because she can and the only way she says she can do that is because she's immune to the glamour charm, so she still sees herself as Artemis, but with everyone else seeing her as Tigress, she's starting to lose faith in herself. Alright, so she's called by Black Manta to kaldur'ahm's quarters. She's told the plan for Simon going and fixing his mind, and so Artemis has to figure out like how to keep Simon from going into Kaldur'aahm's mind. So she ends up shooting him with this like toxin that only works on telepaths, and it puts them catatonic for like weeks. So Simon, because it takes a second to work, he goes into Artemis's as Tigress's mind, figures out she's Artemis. So after Simon attacks Artemis, Black Mana comes in, but since Simon passes out and is in a catatonic state right before Black Mana comes in, he can't tell anything. So Artemis makes up this lie that M'gann would be the only one who could possibly put Kaldur'aahm's mind back together, because perhaps she left like a virus in his mind that attacked all other telepaths, which Manta's more than willing to believe. So he basically gives Artemis orders to go capture M'gann. One thing I love about Black Manta in this is he refers to M'gann as the Martian Witch, and I don't know why, because I'm not her hugest fan, but I do like M'gann, so I don't know why I like that so much, but I just kind of think the term is, I just like it. Anyway, so Artemis is sent to go capture M'gann along with Deathstroke. Why does he have the ponytail? Meanwhile, with the Young Justice team, they are with the Green Beetle, who I did find out was I didn't miss him in the comics somewhere. He was made for the show, and I do love the Green Beetle character. But his name is like kaldur'ahm. M'gann is supposed to be making like this mind link with him to make sure he's not lying. He's very open to it, but M'gann's kind of saying that it's like an intrusion, but he's like, it's fine, I'm letting you do this, don't worry about it. And M'gann finally makes the link, but he kind of senses that she's still hesitant, so he tries to help her along. Basically, in the end, she tells them, yeah, he's on our side. We don't know if this is true, or if this is just something he put into her head, but from what so far, this guy seems to be a good guy. Anyway, but she's still very hesitant about it. And so they're going, and Lagoon Boy comes and tries to talk to M'gann, and he's just like, can we talk? And eventually she's like, yeah, sure. And so they go back to Chicago, but he just can't wait, and he's just like, why are you avoiding me? What's going on between you and Connor? Like, what's going on? And she tries to assure him she's not cheating on him. Though, if she is, I will smack her in the face, because I love Lagoon Boy. He's so cute and innocent, and he just wants to be accepted, so she better not hurt him. Like, I don't care, and considering I am a huge Connor-Cassie shipper, I just don't want her and Connor back together. I don't mind Super Martian, but if it can be avoided, that's good too. Deathstroke and Tigress come in and kind of break up the little chat. And Deathstroke makes a line about, well, this is awkward. It kind of was, if you were from their point of view. I thought it was cute. Anyway, so McGann, who figured out that Tigress was Artemis, is just, she, in a mind link, she's just like, Artemis, is that you? Artemis, yeah, but I'm here to kidnap you. Why? So McGann kind of plays along. Lagoon Boy gets knocked out by Deathstroke. She gets kidnapped. And so she's taken back to Kaldur'ahm, in which Artemis kind of explains. After Megan gets her task explained to her, she's like to Artemis, I don't think I can do this. Like, it's really easy to break something, but putting it back together is a lot harder. It's like a ancient vase. Breaking it's easy. It's picking up all the little pieces and putting it together that's kind of a problem. But anyway, Artemis is like, okay, take me with you, because maybe if both of our psyches enter, then he won't perceive it as this immediate threat. So they do. Problem being, yeah, McGann is attacked by one of his mental defenses, which is the form of Tula. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't like Tula. I think I've made that very obvious in some of my other videos, because she broke his heart. And then we're still getting the claims that Tula was the love of his life, and I'm just like, oh my god! Because I am a torpedo shipper, and I'm very proud, and I've mentioned that already this review. Artemis goes and kind of finds Kaldur's mind in this ruin, in the psyche, which is perceived as this ruined Atlantis, which looks pretty freaking cool. And she actually, and Kaldur talks in Atlantean, and she makes this line, which I thought was hilarious, which was, I knew I should have paid more attention in my freshman Atlantean class. And I thought it was just a joke, but then stuff happens, but she was just like, what's the word, together, symbiosis, and I'm like, is there actually a class in Atlantean? Because there could be, but I think it'd be really cool if there was, because I'd want to know if that was an actual thing, because if not, it was a great joke, but gee, there was a word, I don't know. Anyway, but what happened was this portal opened, and you kind of saw the whole doom of it. He was like about to fly through, and you knew he went through, it was the end. But Artemis grabbed him, pulled him back. She's just like, Kaldur, don't do this. Like, we can help you. She kind of takes Kaldur back, who still looks like a wreck, but at least now he has a face, back to McGann, in which we disperse of mental Tula, and McGann, they start kind of trying to piece it back together. Back in real world, Black Manta kind of shakes Tigress out of it, and she's like, I feel like I've been standing here for hours. You have. So they figure out that, and it feels like such a short time to them, but they figure out that if they're going to rebuild Kaldur's mind, it'll take weeks. He thinks McGann is lying, but then Kaldur, like, is able to say something, so he believes her. However, we do figure out that Black Manta is still planning on killing McGann once he's done. In other news, Lagan, after he was taken back, he, like, fights kind of against Superboy and Nightwing, who are trying to get him to stay down. And he's just like, I gotta go save her. She was taken. And he's arguing them. He's throwing some shots at Superboy. Superboy's throwing some shots right back. Nightwing eventually reveals to them that Tigress is Artemis. Lagan isn't happy at the very least. And then Connor confronts Nightwing, and he's just like, your secrets are ruined. And he's the one who finally tells Nightwing, McGann brain-fried Kaldur. I actually have a word for that. I'm just using cooking references, which is really bad. In other news, Green Beetle. He kind of went through multiple conversations with the team when they're basically just establishing that he can trust them, and most people would be kind of insulted, but he's just like, that makes sense. It's totally fine. And then he's talking with Blue Beetle, Jaime, and he says he can help teach Jaime, but Jaime's like, can your Martian physiology control it like you can with you? And so he says he'll try. She does. And when we come back to that, Blue Beetle says that it worked, and the Scarab's voice was silenced, and he was in total control, and Bart's the one he's with. And the way Bart says crash, and I have admitted I don't know what that means, but the way he said it sounding so much like crap. It's like, that's not good. Plus, the scarab's been silenced. I'm heartbroken. So yeah, that was the majority of this episode. We still have some answered questions, like with Green Beetle mostly. Is he a good guy or not? But I'm excited for next week's episode. It's called The Runaways. I can't believe I forgot to mention this. True Colors, Lex Luthor discussed with Mercy how he kind of wanted to make his own team. And we saw the profiles of the kids who had been with the Reach, and they were all runaways. I think that name's kind of misleading, because there's a Marvel comic team called the Runaways. So, yeah, that's the gist of it. Those are my thoughts. Please leave me yours in the comments below, and see you all next week.